Welcome, fellow Space Havians, name pending, to Space Haven, where today we're going for the live attempt. Last time we played the tutorial, I think I understand the game mechanics, how things work. Obviously not particularly well, but well enough, I think, where we're ready to start with the second scenario, the kind of true scenario. If you want more freedom to build a truly customized spaceship, this is not recommended for a first playthrough, and honestly, I've heard from a lot of you in the comment section that this is pretty tough. Will require a lot of planning, careful use of resources, bit of forward thinking, and a bit of haste. All of which I'm incredibly good at. What I am excited to see this time around is what we can actually edit about our starting scenario. Whether it is just kind of, whether the difference between the difficulties is resources. Yeah, resources are obviously very varied there between the starting points. What else do you get here? So let's say, for example, harsh. You start with 4 pistols rather than the shotguns that we started. We played medium before, right? Our starting sector on harsh has noble metals, base metals, everything you would need there by the looks of it. What about by peaceful by comparison? Exactly the same. Got it. Okay. Peaceful has common, medium, common, medium, 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 common on the asteroids. And then, whoa, look at that on harsh. Wow. So not only are they much rarer, but they also have a much lower density of materials they contain. So if you even do find an asteroid, which is apparently quite difficult, they're not going to contain very much. Wow. Alien presence under hazards are very common. More frequent solar flares, micrometeoroids. I assume those will damage your ship hull, perhaps. Siren worlds, I have no idea what those are. We haven't met those yet, fortunately, because it doesn't sound very friendly. Nebula presence is common, and sector solar heat is normal. Got it. Derelict ships. Honestly, I like the idea of there being a lot of derelict ships around, because those seem like they could be a lot of fun. Maybe a lot of derelict ships, but a lot of alien presence could be quite a nice combo. So why don't we go for, last time we went for medium, right? I want to face adversity, but I also want the freeform ability to explore a lot of the game. I still think, you know, this is our second attempt. This is our 4th episode. I like the ability to maybe build what we want and kind of explore how kind of crazy we can build the ship, but also have some difficulty here. So let's go with the build to start, and then we'll customize some things and see what we can do. I don't want to have to worry about, you know, are people dying of thirst. I want a nice, if we are going to die, which I'm happy to do, I want to go down in a blaze of glory. Not after having setting the toilet on fire like yesterday. So I'm going to go very common alien presence, and I've turned up the siren worlds from rare to, why don't we go medium? Let's go medium. Derelict ship presence, I think I'm alright with medium as well. I think that's fine. Derelict resource amount is high, that's okay. Cannibal ship presence is medium too. So the pirate coalition is always going to be hostile to us. That makes a lot of sense. And we start with basic research and fabrics too. Got it. Okay, well, I won't mess around with the faction rules or anything like that, because of course I don't really know what the factions do right now. So we'll save this one as, oh, I love that you can make your custom difficulties like this. This is quite cool. There we go. Change the name to Builder, but Harderer. Excellent. What I didn't realize is, look at this. Crew. You can go from anywhere from 0 crew, I assume 1 is the kind of expected minimum, up to 10. I like the idea of starting with a slightly smaller crew than the default scenario gave us 6. 4 worked quite well, I think. People were saying that getting crew members is quite rare, but I'm alright sticking with 4. I quite like that. I think the more crew you have, sure, the faster you can do things, but the more micromanagement you would have to focus on with regards to food and water and things like that. So I kind of like this. Kind of like this as the middle ground. So let's go ahead and overwrite that one. Look at our random crew that we've got here. They seem incredibly good. So I think 3 is the maximum skill as far as I can ascertain from the little bit that I have played so far. Maybe there are ways to go above that. Who knows? But for the time being, though, look at this. We haven't got any skills unlike last time that we're missing out on. So we've got a fighter pilot, a telemarketer. I can't imagine there's much call for that in space, no pun intended. A sheriff and a teacher. Those all seem like a nice combo. You've got botany, industry, gunner. You're pretty good at too. Research. Wow. Gunner, shielding, weapons, industry. This seems like a really nice combo of characters. We've got someone who's good at construction. No, see, that's a fairly low point, but that's okay. We've got 2 characters both with 2 skill in that. Okay, then. Well, let's get to customizing their appearance a little bit. So our squad, our crew, we've got Big Speed, the fighter pilot. I wanted to call him Big Brain Big Speed because he's a fighter pilot, but he's also got a lot of strength there in research. His trait revealed after the apocalypse is that, well, he's got a big brain. He's got 5 intelligence, 5 perception. And overall, he's actually a pretty good character. We've got botany there and research being his primary stats. I suppose piloting of 2 Is that what affects is caused by maybe also navigation as well there? I was going to say, it doesn't really correlate to his skill set, given that he's good at, well, it would be more appropriate if he was a botanist, but there we are. We've got Old Man Green, telemarketer turned alien lover. You see, it's a double pun, because he loves aliens, hence the green, but also he loves botany, hence the green. Good at operations, good at navigation as well there. We've then got Iron, the sheriff, turned antisocial. Immune to lonely. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. So what did the alien one do? Immune to aliens haunt me in my dreams. Okay, I imagine there's probably like alien phobic then as well. And then you are smart, which only seems like a good thing. This guy, he's wearing a yellow jacket because I want to associate him with industry, gunning and shielding. Also why they call him Iron. And then finally we've got Quickshot, teacher turned also alien lover. Oh dear. I can see there's going to be some strange parties on this ship. Botany, research, gunning. That's why they call her Quickshot, because she's fast on the brain, fast on the trigger. Damn, her attributes are like really good. Bravery 2, intelligence 5, perception 5. She's like this guy, but better. What have you got, Iron? Bravery 5, zest of 2. Zest affects their health. Am I right in that? And perception as well. And then Old Man Green, 1515. Overall, I think this is such a good crew compared to what we have to start off with. I think we just got, you know, I had no idea how to really judge their skill set. If I'd have known that the guy that we had last time with the suicidal trait was so bad, I would have absolutely rerolled him. But I think all of their traits are neutral at worst and good at best. Like, Alien Lover only comes with the positive, right? So, we begin on an abandoned space station. Whoa, look at this map. Wow. Okay, then, and there's our ship that we've got to build. So we've got a kind of blank canvas there to do something with. We've got a derelict ship over at this side. We've got an asteroid with base metals. So we've got 2 base metal asteroids. We've got Ice, Energirium. This one I don't remember the name of quite yet. Hyperium, that's it. And then noble metals over there as well. So here's our space station. Currently no power. I assume we can just get some power to this and then take it fairly casually as we press ahead, perhaps. Wow. So we don't have any nuts and seeds, root vegetables, fruits, or artificial meat. I have a feeling that's probably because the power's off. So we've got this X3 power generator. Is that all gonna... Ah, there we go. Oh, this is cool. So we actually have full opportunity then to build the ship that we want to. Wow. I don't know how sustainable it'll be in the long term. Obviously, we won't be able to stay here forever. This is going to be pretty great then. I assume the oxygen's on everything, right? They don't need a spacesuit. CO2 of 1, and oxygen is fine in all the areas. There it is. The mining station will only supply your crew members for a little while, so you should start building a new spaceship. You can build a new ship hull little by little and do not have to design it outright. That's good. That's the problem I fell into last time, was I was trying to design too much too quickly. We ran out of resources, and then that started backing things up more and more as the knock-on effect continued there. Okay. Do we have to worry about threats or anything, do you think, immediately? We're going to head onto the ship, for example, to see aliens? Because if so, I'll just get them equipped with firearms straight away. Downside to that be, I suppose if they go berserk or something like that, they might be a little more dangerous. That's everybody equipped then. Fantastic. You never know. We might get boarded. I don't know quite the complexity of things yet, so I don't want to take any gambles with that. Let's get them to work. Should we say get them to work straight away, getting the ice? Just to ensure that we've got our kind of base resource level. And then we need, how are we doing on food here? 43. There's nuts there. What is this one? Space food as well. Oh man, they actually seem pretty goddamn luxurious on food, don't they? I don't quite know how long. I don't know how to judge that, you know. I don't know how to quantify that yet in terms of days or meals or anything like that. We'll keep an eye on it as we go here, and then I can try and eventually acclimatize to that. Let's start throwing down a hull then. We've got pretty large areas to start building a ship with, haven't we? What kind of design do we want to go for? Something a bit more practical than what we had before. I like the idea of having engines, industry at the back, bridge at the front. I don't want to go with the generic kind of Star Trek design, though, do I? You go long, boy. And we could build from, well, west to east, for lack of a better word. So go across this way. We get engines on either side. Maybe decentralize a little bit. That could work. Because I think we always are orientated from north to south, right? Oh, sorry, south to north, facing northwards, because your engines, we couldn't rotate. So I assume that's the direction we'll always face. It really doesn't look it, but it's just the isometric playing tricks on your mind. That is the center. These 4 blocks here are the center of the ship. So I think if nothing else, we'll build a hull there as a marking point, and we'll build out from that, from the center of the ship. So I've sketched out a ship. It's a very rough ship. You know, we had the cube in last series. They got us pretty far, so I wanted to keep it a bit more basic, but with expandability like that previous ship had. So maybe a bit more complicated, but not too over-designed, I think is kind of the key point. So we've got something like this going on, which we're gonna hopefully get around to building. I don't know if we've got the resources for that, but we'll see how this gets on, I think. No, I designed that as a joke, but I actually think it might be feasible. Let's see, because propelling that, I assume, is going to be quite cost inefficient, correct? Made a save game here. And that way, if I try and build something a little, maybe a little grandiose and it doesn't work, we can just reload back to this point and pretend that it never happened, okay? So we'll wait on Big Speed and Old Man Green to build a disturbingly over ambitious spaceship. We're going to go have a look at this derelict and see if we can find something over there. Was there no docking port on this? Oh, interesting. I guess we'll just send them over to it then, and we'll, what do we like, spacewalk over at that point, I assume. Okay. So eject and eject. Luckily, they do have their spacesuits on. Ah, here we are. Can we take it out in space? Of course, I'm not really surprised that we've got insects on our first ship, given that... Oh my god. I was a bit worried then they might start propelling backwards or something like that. Let's go and have a look. So this thing will help give us 1 or 2 hull blocks. Can't imagine we're going to get, you know, everything we need to build that. Jesus. Everything we need to build that ridiculous ship, but I assume the insects can't float. God damn, there's a lot of them. Okay, well, let's take this somewhat carefully and wait for them to come to us. Move forward a little bit, I guess. Be a bit more accurate. Yeah, this could take some time to wipe all these out from the comfort of space. So many! They never end! Wow. Oh, this is kind of cool, though. Does mean that we have to be a lot more careful when coming to derelicts. Okay, I'm pretty certain now we've cleared out this side. So we can come and take a peek over here. Yeah, see, this is all good. Let's come back into this center zone. Let's lower the speed very slightly. Okay, we're good through there. Okay, carefully, carefully. We can always retreat back. I don't think we've cleared them all out quite yet. Oh, you know what? Maybe we have. Maybe we're good. Okay, let's take a peek in here. Okay, things are fine down there. And then finally, just kind of this... Oh, careful. Got this area here. One more bug. Ah, it can get us from there. Fuck. Oh, I didn't realize. My bad. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Ship explored. The PCS Fladnag. Whoa. Okay, that one looks like it's probably worth a good amount of scrap, right? We got a big old engine back there too. Oh no, I thought they could float around. I'm sure they'll be able to get back in time to get some oxygen. That's my bad. I thought they could float around the edge. Quick! Ooh. Okay, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're fine. That was a little dangerous. A little dangerous. I thought they'd be able to float around from there, but I would assume by the... Yeah, I guess they can't quite get around the edge of the hull. That might be the limit. Okay. Oh, that's coming along pretty well. We've got 28 hull blocks left, so we're not quite halfway through our supply yet. Although, I will admit, we're not halfway done building the ship, so our refinery is probably going to be put to work. Let's take a look at some of these machines, then, because we didn't get to experience some of them. So I've set up a continuous recycling of hull scrap there. Got a water purifier. We've got... Okay, so we can refine fabrics. Got it. What is this one here? Metal refinery. So we can make steel plates from carbon and base metals, electronic components from base metals and noble metals. Got it. Okay, power node is obviously just for the power there. Composter. What do you compost down? Biomatter into... Oh, interesting. You can turn it down into base carbon. Right, so if you've got, say, hydroponics then, or something like that, some way of growing plants in space, that can be part of your production chain. Actually, speaking of which, I assume this is... Yeah, there you go. Good grow beds there. Select a crop to plant on the left. I guess we'll go... Fruits in this one. Do we need seeds? I guess I'll just grow one of everything. Again, I'm not really sure how to value any of them particularly yet. But I assume this is just something they're capable of doing. Let's go this one and this one. Okay. Wow. Okay, so that might at least sustain our people's need for food, if nothing else. Radical idea. I like the ship. I wasn't planning on building the ship. It was kind of a joke, but it's perfectly symmetrical. So here's the plan. Take half of it away. Build the other half later. Or can we leave the sketch there? Build half of it and then build the other half later on. That could work. We've just finished growing the start of the next crop. I wonder what this is fueled by. Probably water. Right, obviously it'd be water. Right, got it. I assume so anyway. I really have no idea. Miniaturize... Oh, there you are. So you need fertilizer and water there. And I assume the composter is also capable of churning out... also capable of producing... Where was it again? Right, there you are. So that's also capable of producing fertilizer too. Interesting. Monster meat. The meat of an alien creature. Monster corpse. Body of a dead monster. Can we take that as salvage then? You know what? That actually does look like we can. You see right there? There are some building games where the difficulty, the combat, is so key to progression that taking it away as a gameplay element would really undermine your progress. With this game, though, I think you could really have a chill experience just building a ship out, you know, having like a mining vessel, going sector to sector on a peaceful difficulty and just designing cool spaceships. That is actually genuinely quite appealing to me, whereas other games that we've played in kind of a similar theme, I don't particularly enjoy playing on a peaceful difficulty. Wow. I could really see the appeal of that, just designing these kind of silly spaceships. With this machine here, the assembler, we can actually craft new hull blocks because we are unsurprisingly now out of those. So those, you can create the soft blocks and the infra blocks there as well. The hull blocks just require 0.5 steel plates. So with this one, we can produce the steel plates, which need 0.2 carbon, 0.2 of the base metal. And then obviously this one is set up to recycle hull scrap, which we didn't actually get any of. So I've got them mining the base metals. We'll set them up to also mine the carbon there as well. So that's going to be 12 from there, 12, or 9 from that one. So we can make a total of 0.2 a piece. So that's 45 steel plates, I think. And then hull blocks take... There's another 90 hull blocks we can make then. In theory, unless my maths is completely out there. Hey, look at that. The first of our fruits have grown. Fantastic. There we go. So that should keep us going for a little while there. So biomatter, she's carrying that. What was biomatter produced by? I'm not entirely sure. I guess that might be the root vegetables. Or maybe that's just the side produce, right? I'm sure it says somewhere. I just don't quite know the interface particularly well yet. Oh, yeah, there it is. So you harvest one fruit and one biomatter if you were to grow fruits, grow root vegetables, and this one, same thing, and then seed, same thing. So with the biomatter, what was it we can make again? That with biomatter, we can compost that down. So it's obviously not going to be a lossless system. There is going to be some side effect to that. You get some water, obviously the fertilizer, and the carbon there too. So why don't we just... do we need anything else for biomatter? I don't want to compost it down yet in case it has some other use that we might need. Coming ship. We haven't got any credits, but again, I don't really want to sell anything off because I don't know quite how to value items yet. I don't know if maybe we've got an abundance of something that we might not use for a long time, and you know, maybe before then there'll be new opportunities. But I think we'll just leave things how they are. We'll just see what turns up and have a chat with them. The Aurora Terminus. Well, that doesn't sound particularly friendly. Hello. Send him a hail. Oh, right. Of course, I got to get someone on operate. Eventually, I'll remember how this works. Oh, there we are. Full-time or forced. Let's set that to full-time then. Do we even have an ops console? You know what? I actually can't see one in hindsight. Maybe we can't hail them because we don't have ops. Oh, that's okay. Eventually, we'll build one over here. And honestly, what is now a completely hideous ship? Have we got 2 shuttles? Oh my god, we do. I've only just noticed. That's greedy. And there we go. 1 airlock. Your ship is starting to take shape. You're well on your way to building a new spaceship for your crew. To have your crew prioritize building the new ship, be sure to set some of your crew members to prioritize working on the new ship. Well, okay then. Definitely do not sleep on that ship. And you know what? For the time being, let's also not relax on that ship. I think we'll go ahead and just remove priority on that for a little while. We'll slowly transfer over everything we need to get this ship up and running. We do have more hull blocks. I wonder why they're not building the external ship areas then. Weird. I accidentally cancel it, perhaps. Let's take a look here. Build hull. Yeah. So that area they can't build, apparently, for some reason. Oh, no, I remember. I've designated that for removal so that we can put an engine on the outside there. I wonder why they can't build that. Or, more specifically, why they're not building that. Must have something to do with priorities. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Oh, I say that and they've turned up. Brilliant. Oh, no, I think it is built. I think it's the design of it that is the problem. Because these bits are just kind of superfluous well, spikes for lack of better word. Right, I think I see the issue then. Okay, so let's round some of the ship off. As much as I like the somewhat jagged look, it does seem like it might be causing us some issues there. Suppose we'll focus on, because obviously getting the amount of oxygen generators and heat for this entire vessel is going to be kind of tricky to start off with. So I think what I'll do is I'll drag an internal wall across here, put a door across, and then maybe put a door across here as well. We'll use this area as industrial. This area is like a really tight living quarters or something like that just to start off with for the time being. I suppose we could use the last hull blocks to expand this bit out. The bit that I had planned originally, if we've still got the sketch. Yeah, so we could finish this bit, but without the other kind of ridiculous wing. So let's throw down some power to start off with. I guess we can slot it in there pretty decently. Okay, and then we'll go floor power node over to the engine. Let's just expand it out as far as we can, I guess. So maximum range is going to be like there. Let's do it there, and then... No, actually, let's do it there. And then we'll put this one right there. We probably won't end up using this bit, like I said, until we've actually finished off the kind of original expansion. What do we need for that, then? So we're going to need pretty much all of our building blocks. I might as well just go ahead and transfer the lot over, right, for the time being. Okay, that should do it. So that will give them something to do now, because they quite actually have nothing to do besides do the occasional little bit of botany and composting there. So we'll try and get this set up as soon as possible. Obviously, I kind of know the rough things that are pretty essential right now. So let's throw down a wall across here too. Is that the wall we've used? Yeah, that'll do it. Day 12 already. Wow. I know I said this was going to be pretty speedy so that we could, ensure that we could actually leave, and I've ended up building what looks like a half-eaten shark. Okay, there's our power generator then. We just have to send some fuel over at this point. Day 19. Oxygen is on in the hideous half-eaten shark. We need to get ourselves a couple of heaters now just to help keep things going. I'll try to use these wall thermal regulators a lot more. People are saying to just basically stick with these. So let's throw down... I mean, I could throw it down here, right? It doesn't really matter. This is kind of temporary, but this is going to be like a little, I guess, kind of kitchen, dining room area. Just because we've got the extra space. Actually, we can throw that there. Hey, nice. Got to build more thermal regulators. I mean, so this is airlocked off, right? This is airlocked off. So it's only these rooms that we actually need to focus on heating. I guess we'll put another one there. That's okay. Actually, no. No. Let's assume that temperature spreads the way... Well, temperature spreads. We'll put one there, and then we'll move this one, like, through into the bathroom. That way, this will get caught in the middle. Well, I say bathroom. It's a toilet. It's only a toilet, actually. Minus 56. Brilliant. It'll take a little while to warm up, but honestly, I think with 2 we should be okay, right? Because we only had 2 on the last ship we had. The oxygen saturation is very, very good. 151. Let's take a quick look at... So power's all connected up there. Very nice. No hazardous gases. What's CO2 levels? Safe. Okay, fantastic. And then obviously oxygen's good as well. Let's just see. Give that a minute to hopefully have the temperature regulate out. Yeah, there you go. Look. Look, it's becoming a safe environment. Okay, so we can have them sleep on here now, just because we've got to actually bring the resources. What I've set them to do then as kind of their current job is to transfer everything from the station over to the ship. We've got enough hull blocks where, honestly, I think we probably could go for a little bit more of the expansion so it looks a little less hideous. Day 31, a whole month of spaceship building. They are pretty comfortable on the ship right now. The couple of last things we're waiting on here is water purifier, which I'd argue is fairly high priority, and also a kitchen. We don't have enough of the infra blocks, but luckily we do have all the components we need to make infra blocks. So I've transferred back over the electronics components and the steel plates, and then this is just gonna hopefully get some of those churned out. We've got more than enough. Honestly, we've got actually quite a lot of these. Let's go back to the readout here. So we've got 4 electronics components and 2 steel plates on this ship. That's enough to make a good amount. Bear in mind, these need 0.2 steel plates and 0.2 electronics components. We're only missing a couple. We're missing 1 there and 1 there, so literally a couple. So I assume that's industry then, correct? So if we set iron's priority here, industry to be the highest, I assume we'll go back to the other ship and start working on that whenever the shuttle comes back. Oh, look, we can take it a step further, and we can actually say that we want to prefer working on this ship. Returns the ship when no jobs are available. Oh, well, quick shots on it anyway, so we got -2 going from this one over to the homes, whenever they actually decide to haul them over. Whenever you're ready. Ah, nice, there we are. Okay, we just need a little bit of power for that, which was a bit of an oversight that we don't have power for the water purifier. Then again, it's not like you need water to to survive or anything. Let's put that there. Don't leave me in charge building a spaceship is what I'm getting at. There's a reason I'm a YouTuber by trade. Let's not call it a trade. Oh, no. Well, we're out of power. That didn't take long. Okay, let's throw down a new... we've got all the resources we need for that. Yeah, we've got the infra blocks as well. Okay. Well, let's just put it wherever there's room. The one thing that I'm having problems with, and that's just specific to this ship, is areas being unreachable because I decided to be very superfluous with the design. Put a little extra fins on there and, you know, like we've got a single block there, they can't access, single block there, they can't access, or 3 or 4 blocks on those places we can't access either. So be very careful about where I'm placing things. So there's the next level of our power grid online. We've got a recycler going down here too. I assume the recycler will be fine in here, how it is. You remember this was the one that we had to... it said that we needed a safe working environment, spacesuits and whatever else. We've already got one going on out here. You know, we've already got that airlock over to this place. See, that's another area of the ship they now can't access, so it's screaming at me. I suppose if we move this over slightly... Move that there and then move this over a block. Hey, 32, let's build a hull stabilizer. A solid month of shipbuilding is just so good, isn't it? I mean, we're building a spaceship, right? You'd assume it would take probably quite some time. I'm no expert, but I think a month is actually a pretty goddamn good turnaround for a pretty big ship. Got 8 more of the infra blocks being transferred over here. We need 4 for the hull stabilizer, so we're gonna run this pretty close, I think. We've still got 1 more chip and 4 more steel plates on that side, so that's at least, what, 5 more of the infra blocks? A40. And we finally got the operations and the navigation console down. And then I think they're just finishing off the other Hyperion engine there too. Wow. More to the point, we've finished the entire ship. I didn't think we'd be able to do it, but we actually just pulled it off. Oh shit, I'm going to have to connect it to power on. I didn't think about that. Research lab. We'll worry about that in a minute. Right, okay, so let's go as far as we can with these, right? Oh, it's still not enough? Shit. Okay. Balls. Okay, put one there. And then... That's going to be equidistant, isn't it? Okay. So we're going to need 3 power nodes to get over to this. Bit of a pain in the arse. It's a component. I don't recognize what the component is, to be honest. But we've got enough of them. So it doesn't matter. There you go. Okay. Very nice. Don't worry about that. That's not important. Build a research lab. Happily. Where are we going to throw that down, though? Facility and research lab. Can't put it there. We could put it like there. Put it there. Blocks and blocks though. That's the only problem. Then the game will start screaming at me again. This ship, I'll be honest, I've learnt my lesson. All the extra kind of whole work that I've done here really was not worth it. I mean, they've got to wear their spacesuits to come through here. So I'm just going to stick it there for now, just to clear off the kind of tutorialization. Execute a hyperspace jump. We've actually done it. My big, awful ship is ready. Now we've got to, when we get enough resources, when we stockpile a load of resources, we'll have to really structure the whole thing, right? Maybe a mining pod on this side, like the same that side, get this kind of mirrored. This middle bit here was going to be for bridge and operations and shit, and that's obviously taking a very literal back seat. So we can jump now. Can we not salvage the starting base? That's not possible, unfortunately. What if we? I think if we jump, abandon it, and then come back, it'll count as a derelict, right? At which point we might be able to salvage it. So I'll try that, I think. Let's get all this stuff before we leave. Probably couldn't hurt to stay a couple more days just to finish off all this stuff. What I'm thinking is if we ever need to come back here to grow food or use the facilities or the medical beds or whatever, I guess it's possible. So I'm going to shut down the generator so that hopefully there'll be just enough power to turn it on and do whatever it is we need to do if we're that desperate to need to do it. Let's also get this ship moved over to... let's go ahead and relocate you over to there as well. And then we'll say this one, relocate to there. We are leaving behind a couple of mining pods, but that's okay. They're really, really cheap to build, so I'm not too bothered about that. There we are. Okay, so that's now disabled entirely. That's all the things transferred from it as well. So what I'm going to do then is, let's say on the ships tab, let's go to... Remember the ships tab. Bear with me here. Here we are. Let's go ahead and say, don't go on that ship at all anymore. There's no need. Look, I know it doesn't look symmetrical. You're just going to have to trust me when I say it is. It genuinely is. I double-checked to myself several times. It's all good. We're fine here. Put the walls up and the roof on it. See what it looks like. Yeah, that's hideous. That's hideous, but I kind of like it. Okay, fine. Yeah, we can roll with that. Hey, look at that. That looks a little bit better. Man, I love the, you know what? I think the engine design, that's pretty good. There we go. With that, day 43, we've completely emptied out the system. Let's get out of here. Let's do our space jump, and let's go find somewhere to hopefully get some resources. Hopefully get some other infra blocks, to be honest. Let's take a look. So, galaxy map, or sector map, I think this one's specifically called, isn't it? So, we've got derelict over there. We've got some base metals and some, it's Hyperium, that one, right? Let's go for it. Let's jump over. Prepare the jump to hyperspace. Mass capacity exceeded. Oh, fucky wucky. Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. Wow. Mass capacity. Does that mean we need more engines? Because that's not going to happen. that's not going to happen. Yep, we're missing 2 infra blocks. That's a shame. Oh, we're going to fall at the last hurdle. We almost managed to get this horrible ship out of here. We could take off like this wing, I suppose. I don't know if we'd lose all the hull blocks that went into it, though. So each engine obviously gives 800 mass. So to make this thing fly, we genuinely need another what? We need another 3, 4 engines. Can't bother to the actual numbers there. No, we would need 5 engines total for 4,000. Shit. Okay, maybe we'll take the wing off then. What a mistake. You're sending me real mixed messages. Hull stability lost, hull stability gained. I'm hoping this is, oh my god, that's not going to be even remotely enough, is it? I'm going to have to take so much of my poor ship away. Holy shit, through some act of God. We're just about there. Or not. Wait, what? What do you mean? How are we not? It's not got power. It's not got power. It's okay, we can fix that. Yes! 2339 out of 2,400. All I had to do was take away the whole half of the ship that I rebuilt, but never mind. So we know that we'll need another 3 engines for the other side too. Well, I mean, no, because obviously we've got all this extra stuff on this side, and that will be mostly hollow. But we can finally do a hyperspace jump. Wow. I should have taken my own advice. Remember at the start of the episode where I was like, you know, let's be careful with things. Let's not overextend. Let's not overbuild. We did get to see what the final ship will look like, though. So that, I honestly think is absolutely fine. Crafts left behind, 3. Ship's not ready. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we're leaving behind the shuttle because we didn't have enough room for it. 2 of the mining vessels and that ship. But what choice do we have? Abandoned, reclaimable. I really want to come back and take it apart, to be honest with you. And there it goes. Onwards to bigger and better things. Boom, there we are. I guess we'll start picking apart this system then. Do you want to start here, or do you want to go for like... I guess it doesn't really matter, right? And there it is, half of my magical crab ship. I know exactly what I'm going to call it now. Deploy there, yeah, that's fine. Hello. Haha, tiny vessel. Pale in comparison to my kind of hideous ship, actually. And now for the final thing. We name it the HSS Holmes. No. We will call you the HSS Crab Bell. Because it looked a little bit like a crab. Was it... What was the formatting on that name? Was it lowercase? Probably. There it is. The HSS Crab Bell, because it looked a little bit like a crab. What a guy. We've got a ship. We've got a crew. Now all I need to do is survive and finish off this ship. That's my goal. We've got to build this ship up and maybe actually eventually start some research, because I feel like that's a huge part of the gameplay that we haven't even remotely looked at yet. Day 49 that's taken. And if you're curious for how much real life time that's taken, I started recording this at 8:43 a.m. It's currently 13:36 p.m. So quite a long time, but I wasn't recording solidly. I had to go and sort some stuff out in real life, but quite a while. I did take quite some time, almost 50 in-game days to build the ship and then take it apart and then build it and take it apart again. So really, if you did it in an optimized way with some actual planning and foresight rather than just seeing how things work, it might have worked a lot better. And a big thank you, of course, to the patrons who allow me to work better, by which I mean work at all. Thank you to Scourge, Out of All Context, Retal, Other Guy 39, Queen Bav Morda, Solothal, Cyric 313, Voodoo Mumbo, Mega Oscar Pone, Red Pants Chief, Shotgun Diplomacy, Coolio, Cool, Blubber, and Justin Rules, along with everyone else, the executive producers over on Patreon. Please ignore the current end card. I'll fix that at some point. Don't worry with the new channel name. Thank you as well to Aries098, J1293, Ink, Flying Potato, Green Toos, Oz, Wizard of, Tesnarf, Astro Boogie, Juniper Berry, This Flex, Edgemere, Cato, Hawklin, and Icy the Great.